So, King Sejong Station. This is a bit interesting because this is definitely not part of the current map pool. We also have other maps mixed in like Vanai Research Station as well as Expedition Lost, but I wonder if they just sat down, because again, this is kind of a friendly bet match, show match. And before we do these intros, again, for those who didn't hear the story between games, maybe you're just watching the VODs, this basically came from Choya and Penguin sitting down together, having dinner, and said, my guys are better than your guys. No, your guys are bad, my guys are better than your guys, same thing. So they both put up $100 for this show match. It's a $200 prize pool, winner take all. And I also kind of wonder if on the side of this sort of smack talk of like, oh, we're better than you, it was kind of like, by the way, how do you feel about this season's maps? Oh, I think everybody hates Inferno Pools. Good, let's get rid of it for the show match.
Yeah, yeah. And everybody knows King Sejong. Like, even though it hasn't been around for a while, all of these players have played the living hell out of this map. Like, it was around for quite a decent amount of time, I think.
It's definitely nice to see a bit of, it's not quite nostalgia, but familiarity with it. However, let's hop into these intros. Spawning in the bottom right corner of the map, he's representing My Insanity. The team itself is down 1-0 in this best of 7. Let's see if you can even it up. It's Rain.
In the top left of the map, it is Kangho, aka Lysera. Is he gone back to Lysera full time now?
Yes, it's been like that for a while. I can't remember. I think, was it 32 Boys 1 Cup he played in for us? We had asked him because everyone was getting mad at us for calling him Lysera instead of Kangho, and he said, no, Kangho, no good. Call me Lysera, please. So I was like, yes, no problem for us. But,
all right, everyone's getting onto my back in chat about Serral in WCS, okay? I know he did well in WCS, but in general, like, you haven't seen him in 1v1 tournaments before kicking ass, all right? WCS, this is his breakout. This is his breakout. But yeah, let's move on to the game. Just gotta shut you chat people down.
It sucks though that that's the thing, right? Like the focus of Serral's success from WCS, when really it's like, I wish these people had seen him beforehand. It shouldn't have been so surprising for him to have been so good in WCS. I think a lot of the folks who knew Serral or seen Serral, they weren't so surprised to see him do so well. But are you serious with this? Rain?
Rain! That was hilarious.
I've never seen anyone delay a spawning pool like that. But 3 hash
at least
before
5 to 10 seconds.
Did he see it was 3 hash before pooled, or?
Okay, well he knows know from the pool timing. Yeah.
But still, I was wondering if that was what caused him to very intentionally delay it even further. But it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Rain, by the way, is again making his debut here in any sort of clan war, team war, show match type series. Penguin giving us the stats beforehand. Every time they slate him to be the ace player, Serral, again going back on him, cleans up the show match like a 5-0 type thing. So he's never actually had a chance to play in anything team-wise for My Insanity just yet.
Yeah. And this is a funny meta game we've got right here. There's so many Protoss players going Nexus first lately, and Zerg players just going so greedy with the 3 hatch as well. It's just crazy. Like, there's so much greed because Nexus first, you can die to a lot of things straight up.
Yeah.
If you, yeah, like 14-14's really strong, 6 pulls, 7 pulls, 9 pulls, all gonna hit you really badly. But Zerg players don't seem to care. They're just going for the 3 hatch as well. So it's kind of cute that, you know, it's like risky playing greedy, but because everyone's playing greedy, it's not exactly risky, and everyone just wants to get into this greedy macro game, I guess, except for Life.
Well,
Life doesn't care.
It's funny you bring that up because there was a game, it was, I guess, a little bit of time ago, but Departure versus Parting. Same scenario, you know, it's Parting. Likes to go with the either cheesy or greedy openers, and in these instances where he was going Gateway Nexus quickly, Departure hit him with, I think, like a 10 pull, and I was like, there's no way this works. But it actually won game 1 and almost killed him in game 2. So
yeah,
there's definitely some metagaming that can go on but at the same time, this is going back to King Sejong for a moment. This is a really nice map for the late game for either player. I've always thought King Sejong, of all the maps we ever had in StarCraft 2, this is the one that felt most like a King of the Hill, because once you got map control, you kept map control on this map for a long time. It was really hard to actually even get those games that would be passive split maps despite swarm hosts.
Indeed. This looks like a super greedy third. Rain's either going out on the map to put a pylon down, or he's going for a super greedy third. Let's see what he does here. He's got the probe gun on now. It's going to be 2 stalkers. Looks like it's going to be 3 pylons, and then he's going to follow it with probably oracles behind that. I was thinking it was going to be a 3rd base, but looks like he just moved the probe down to fake it. So this could be pretty nasty if Lysera isn't ready, but we see on the production tab 14 Zerglings coming out there with speed on the way as well. He should be fine against this, as long as he sees like the follow. But it's only 3 gates either way. It's not big pressure from Rain. It's just a little bit of pressure to try and get a slight edge in this game.
Yeah. I mean, that's again, this kind of goes back to what you're talking about, where some players will play greedy, and last thing Lucero wanted to do was get caught on 70 drones, no units, and lose the game. So, well, that's not quite happening. Rain putting pressure on like this also does stall the economy. Every Roach made, every Ling made, this would have been a drone.
Now the question is, did Lucero see that Oracle coming out of the base? I don't think he did, because he was so focused on these Stalkers. This Oracle might do a lot of damage. Rifkin coming into the natural base right now. Recall from Rain. Can the Oracle get damage done? Let's see.
This is one of the scenarios where we'll probably get about 7 drones-ish, if not more. Without the Spore Claw, the damage from a Queen is enough to eventually send this off. But yeah, about 6 kills to start is not too bad. The Void Ray follow-up's a little bit interesting, though. This definitely speaks a bit of fear for the sake of Rain. Perhaps I'm worried that there'll be not drones to replace drones that died, but instead roaches to replace the drones that died.
Now, Lucero isn't actually putting up Spore Crawlers yet. He thinks he's safe, but now the Oracle comes into the 3rd base, and that's going to be even more damage on that thing. Up to 10 drone kills now. Ouch.
C'est la vie. Oracles are pretty nice. I do like that he's keeping this alive, too. He could have certainly left that there to dive for probably 3 more drone kills and then lost the Oracle, but keeping this around for Revelations, just the constant threat of it coming back. Lots of good things just come from having the Oracle on the map alive, but was it good to try and take his own 3rd? I wasn't sure if this would be a fake or not. He hasn't super overproduced probes just yet. Normally we see this be like, you know, 24 out of 24 if you're expecting to expand, but still producing probes in the production tab, so waiting for that creep to clean up, and then Rain will try to take that 3rd.
Yeah, indeed. He is probing up pretty hard. So there comes the 3rd base once the creep has gone. It looks like Hydras are going to be the choice for Lucero. This is sometimes heavy pressure, but most of the time it's just a transition into something else. You know, just get the Hydras out so that you're safe. You can lock down the air units. You can kill the Void Rays, possibly trade with some of the ground army. With the Spire coming up behind it, that makes me think this is going to be a Ling Hydra timing into some kind of Mutalisk play, which is really old school now, actually.
Oh, you know what, though?
Not.
He's not going to scout this. Look what the Spire is.
Ooh,
clever
that's scary. Yeah, because, and the reason why this is so good, Rifkin, is because there's no Phoenix out yet. It's just Oracle and a Void Ray. If it was Phoenix out on the map, it would be okay. You know, you can just use them to kite the mutas around. But as it is, he's going to take a lot of damage. A lot of damage if he gets surprised.
Well, let's not forget about the sort of false sense of security now. Rain has scouted the entire 3 bases of his opponent and sees, oh, you're going Roach Hydra very clearly. But no, that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, so Rain, on his mind right now, he's thinking, I need to get that Robo up. I need to get into Colossus to stop this big Roach Hydra push. What he's going to be going into. But Lucero, slight pressure here. This is just to force units out. Force that Colossus bay out, the Robotics bay. And then he's just going to step back and wait for that Spire and then surprise him with Mutas. This is working out perfectly for Lucero in this game. The mind game is flawless.
A little bit worried about this, though, because we do notice that Rain, despite moving towards Colossus tech, he's still gone for what that classic mass bullying stalker style is. Oh, nice gets in there with the Oracles, a couple more kills on those drones. Gas mining drones at that. But, you know, massive blank stalkers, actually, it's not going to be too bad, because Lucero's not popping out with 40 Mutalisks here. It's going to start with 10. There'll be some nice harass. It'll certainly catch his opponent off guard. But I think Rain should be able to manage. Now, the problem is if he's fending off an attack towards the 3rd base while trying to dance with mutas in the main, that's where this becomes incredibly problematic.
Oh, this is about to get awkward, Rifkin. Mutalisk coming across the map. Lucero going around to the back door. Great catch for Rain. Legs forward. Yep. No focus fire, though, so a lot of these mutas are badly injured, but not quite dead. Photon Overcharge does go off. And he's going to get caught behind. Oh, if Rain pushes this, those force fields are going to be so good. Run! Lucero needs to run. Take out the rocks, I guess. Yeah, but he needs to do it. Oh, he's kind of trapped right there. But again, Rain's in an awkward position right here. He's not really dealing with them. The thing is, there's not many mutas out on the map. He's going back into Hydras right now. He's got an infestation pit.
This is what I was talking about.
Oh god, Lucero's trapped. He's going to lose all of his units.
Yeah. I think even forward. Yeah, force field to make sure he makes this the best fight possible for Rain, that is. These are cool tactics out of Lucero, but the... trying to go through the back rocks, I think would have been a great idea if the rocks had already been down, right? But because he was only just chipping them down, he was forced to go into a corner and die, quite frankly.
It was just awkward positioning with Rain's army in the middle of the map at the time. Rain was looking to do some kind of push. And then, you know, he just got caught in the middle. And now the problem is, Lucero was hoping to force more Stargates or Phoenix from this. This is why you're seeing way more Hydras and Lings, but Rain knows what's going on perfectly, and he's going straight into Colossus. This ground army from Lucero is not going to work. Ling Hydra against Colossus? No way.
So, Fenner, let me ask you, we'll get the possible storm transition on the way. Was it worth Lucira trying to get timing on his side with the Mutas hitting like that, or do you think it would have been better for him to bulk them up a bit heavier before revealing them?
The thing is, yeah, in this particular game, I think the bulk up would have been good because he wasn't really getting scouted. He had all the tech hidden. It would have been amazing if you just surprised him with like 30-ish mutas or something like that. Just defend with the Ling Hydra until that point, or just counterattack when Rain moves out. The problem is Lucera's mindset going into this was, I'm going to build 10 mutas, force a load of Phoenix, then go back into a ground army. And it just didn't go like that. So it's easy to say in hindsight, but if it did work out perfectly as he wanted to, then it could have been easily to say, oh, Lucera's decision was the best.
Oh, this is going to be a bit hard to hold on to. Even with Swarmhost coming out, the Spineclawers, Spore Claws, they're not done. He's just going to evacuate the base by the looks of it. We do have a counterattack set up for behind the rocks, but I mean, truth be told, Rain just needs to warp in like 3 sentries, and he could hold on to this for a very long time. Knock down this base, maybe recall, go back home. Actually, where's the mothership core? Did it die? I guess it died at some point, so it never replaced it.
Oh, it died, yeah.
So a lot of unfortunate. Oh, he's gonna lose +3 weapons. That's a great snipe out of Lucira, but I might still be too late.
Yeah, Lucero desperately trying to defend here. He's got Swarmos coming out back at home, but Colossus pops there. If he micros, he doesn't micro. He's not looking at it. He's looking at the engagement on the other side of the map right now. We need to see what's happening with Rain's army. Can the Swarm host hold on? This is going to be a difficult, strange game.
Oh, what's killer is like all those Hydras have about 1 shot from dead. If there had been a Photon Overcharge, this could have been so much easier to defend it. But you're right. The question is on this side of the map. Rain has got a lot of pressure to deal with. He's got nothing back home. There's no going back to defend the natural base at this point. If he does, he's already lost so much for it. Leaving Lucira alive with this many Swarm hosts actually leaves Lucira in not the best situation, but he kept a lot of the drones up, so just replacing the hatchery is not too much work.
Yeah, I mean, Lucera, what he needs to do with his Hydras, he needs another base, I think, or go in and get the tech, but Rain's going to be back fast enough. This is a strange situation right here. Lucera has got a beautiful army on the ground there. 15 Swarm hosts, only 1 Colossus. That's why Rain's desperately trying to get up 2 Robo Bays right now. So
he's got to make up that lost
Colossus. Rain's actually trying to sneak across the map. He's splitting his army up. I like this a lot. He's going to harass with these Blink Stalkers. You don't see this often enough, just using Blink Stalkers to harass, especially against Swarm hosts. They've got no mobility at all.
This move, I feel, always comes after the Colossus have died. After you've lost the majority of your army, and you're like, screw it, YOLO with the last bit, the remnants of what's left. And usually when that happens, you see a surprising amount of damage to get done. I'm really glad to see Rain do that before he's lost his army.
Yeah. He does have the double Robo up now, so we're going to see that Colossus production. Does Lucera have that 3rd base up yet? It's still on the way. So is the 4th base, only just starting. He's on a weak economy right now. He needs something to deal with the Colossus. He's going up to Hive, and it might be ready in time. The Colossus production is only just starting.
Oh, God, the move command! The move command!
The AI. Oh, he wanted him to go the other way, but they didn't. That's painful.
That was a lot of Hydralisks given away for free.
Yeah, they were very valuable because just the way this game's going, every unit right now is so,
Lucera's not on that classic 3K Zerg bank after going Swarm host. He doesn't have the money to replace that. 3rd base gets canceled. Oh, where's the Observer? Oh, where's the Observer when you need it? Spire goes down on the top right while this goes on, so no Mutalisk Remax, no Corruptors coming out for this. A Hive on the way. Vipers are not a bad idea, but again, without a proper economy, it's really hard for Lucera to sustain anything behind this.
He doesn't actually have an Observer right now, Rifkin.
Oh, at all?
Okay, he's got 2 on the way.
I was going to say, he knows there's Swarmos. This is not new information.
All right, so Hive's here. He can only get 2 Vipers right now. This game can definitely go either way. I think Rain is definitely at the advantage here with 3 bases, got the Colossus up. But if there are some good abducts, he picks off those Colossus, then obviously the Stalkers are going to struggle heavily against the Swarm hosts.
I guess
if he can get the Vipers out in time.
A large question is, like, will Rain throw this, though? I feel like this happens far too often to Protoss players who are in a great spot against Swarm hosts. They get a little too cocky.
He wants the kill. He wants the kill.
Yeah.
And he is splitting up. Yeah, he really wants that kill. He's not giving up, and he's taking damage on the Stalkers every time. So if he doesn't get on top of these Swarm hosts and wins the game, and it looks like he might be able to push through here. Here's the next wave of Locusts.
Link on top of the Swarm hosts can be worth it. There we
Hydras
go.
are here as well. Can he make it happen, Rifkin? Lacera on the back foot.
Blizzard still hasn't given
come in, but they
Vipers an
got no
upgrade.
energy.
They have energy to spawn with a blinding cloud. Oh!
Blink on top of the Hydra, and it looks like this decision to try and finish the game is going to work out for Rain here. And Lacera will be going down desperately, trying to hold on there, but doesn't make it happen. Rain brings it back 1